congressional setting is when we have witnesses, we like to get the testimony beforehand so we know what we're going to hear so we can prepare appropriate questions. And public hearings on a congressional level are not like the city council public hearing where everybody who wants to speak comes and shows up and gets in line and you stay there as long as people want to speak. They're, I guess, more appropriately described as hearings held in public, where all sides should be able to get witnesses to testify. This obviously wasn't done in the over in the Senate. But the purpose of it is to have all sides aired in a hearing with as close as possible to 3, 4, 5, maybe 8 witnesses to get all sides aired and for everybody to have questions, to be able to question the panelists. To have influence, you don't have to sit at a public hearing. Forums like this invite your legislators, and then it becomes, if they don't want to show up, that becomes a political situation. And sometimes all the comments after the election to Congress, to members of Congress, actually could have been more useful if they had taken place before the election and get people to elect the right people, rather than have the wrong people elected, and then you wonder why they're ignoring you. Well, they're the wrong people to begin with. So I think one of the things, and this is why Ms. Keating is so important, organizing on issues, but don't forget when, as Fergie said, there's an election coming up, make sure you express yourself during an election. And sometimes legislators have to kind of calculate what we're hearing. Sometimes it's a small group speaking louder and louder doesn't make the group any bigger. And sometimes that's what you're hearing a lot from a small group. And then as you get better at it, you can figure out that sometimes a little message from a large group is more important to listen to than a lot of noise from a much smaller group. What we need to make sure is our group is growing, people get the information, and we make sure that our voices are heard and we elect the right people. So when you talk about deregulation and some of those other things in HSAs, we need to make sure that the right people are getting elected. It makes it a lot easier. And then just while I'm speaking, let me just make one other comment about what just overall what the strategy ought to be, because I have the unfortunate experience of having served in Congress in 1993 and 94. I was on the floor of the House when President Clinton was given one of his messages and took a pen out of his paper, out of his pocket and said, "And send me a bill that covers everybody, or I'll use this pen and veto it." And half, the Democratic half, stood up and cheered. Everything or nothing. And we ended up with nothing. I hope we don't end up with that. Some of these, we have to calculate what the best we can possibly get with the votes the voters have sent us. And at least cash in on that. Don't be satisfied. We want to continue making progress. But we don't want to end up in a situation where we don't get anything done this year. And frankly, just from a political perspective, I think, and partisan political, I think the Republicans have concluded that they're just all going to vote no, whatever it is.
Yeah, on everything.
And it's going to get harder as those from Republican districts are much more likely to vote for a Democratic plan if it is this year than next year when they're looking at an election in their face. We tend to lose the conservative Democrats and Democrats representing very conservative districts. We tend to lose those votes much more the closer the election comes. So it's important that we make as much progress as we can make in the next 2 or 3 months.
If that person would like to speak to me after the forum, I can help you not testify, but to be able to share your story.
If I could just add a little to reach reach out to others, which is your story. And I think we shouldn't underestimate the power of our individual stories and the power of the stories in our communities. Dr. Reed mentioned the power of numbers as well. So I think that even if you cannot testify in a certain setting, that doesn't mean that you can't reach your congressman. And the best way to reach your congressman is to start by, or your congresswoman, is to start by reaching out to others in your community and to organize and to build those numbers and to let your story be a catalyst for that, and to share that and to start from what we can agree upon so that we do make sure that we have something that we move forward with, and that your situation and the situations of people in similar circumstances are addressed in a timely fashion.
And Brandon, we can tell that you're very, very new to Virginia. There are no congresswomen in Virginia.
Yeah.
I'm sure people have friends and family members in other states, right? We've got to think about this as a nationwide move.
Website, which is www.pnhp, Physicians for National Health Program.org. Under the resources that you click on, the resources, you can look at the different state studies that have been done. I can speak to a study that was done for the state of Maryland back in 2000, and I think it was around $340 million that we were going to save. Maybe it was more than that. I know the doctors alone were going to save $220 million on their administrative end if we enacted a statewide single-payer system. But you can go and look at a lot of states that have these studies done: California, Illinois, Colorado.
Next question. Go ahead.
One of the objections I have to the state program, the portability of it, if we had a program here in Virginia, if I got sick in Maryland, would it cover me in Maryland? I don't know. The other problem is it's, again, numbers game. I think it's easier to convince 435 congresspersons than 6,000 legislators. For instance, in Virginia, we have 140 legislators. We only have 11 congresspersons. Energy-wise, because the small number of people who are really doing all of the work, in any situation, I think the odds of convincing the 11 congresspersons would be easier than convincing 140 legislators. That's a personal opinion.
I think